Zohran Mamdani's victory in the New York City mayoral primary for the Democratic Party has been hailed by progressives as an important moment for pro-Palestinian politics in the United States. Rather than hindering his campaign, Mamdani's outspoken advocacy for Palestinian rights is seen as a driving force behind his success.
Tonight, we made history. In the words of Nelson Mandela, it always seems impossible until it is done.
His support for Palestine is unwavering. Even when asked by Mehdi Hasan of Zeteo what he would do if Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu set foot in New York, he replied that he would arrest him. What gave Mamdani the edge over his strongest competitor, Andrew Cuomo, the former governor of New York, who was backed by the Israeli lobbying organization AIPAC? Mamdani, a 33-year-old state legislator, campaigned on ambitious proposals for New York City, including city-run grocery stores, housing expansion, free bus service, and a rent freeze for subsidized tenants. Despite these bold plans, much of the media and his political opponents have focused on his vocal criticism of Israeli policy and his alignment with human rights groups that describe Israel's actions in Gaza as genocide. Throughout the campaign, Mamdani refused to moderate his stance on Palestine. Even as his opponent, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, benefited from substantial institutional support and massive campaign spending. Mamdani's victory over Cuomo, by a margin of more than 7 percentage points with nearly all votes counted, shows that support for Palestinian rights can be an electoral asset, not a liability, even in the city with the largest Jewish population in the world. Mamdani's campaign was marked by a strong grassroots movement, with thousands of volunteers and extensive digital reach. Many young voters and progressive activists were attracted to his firm stance on Palestine, which was central to his appeal. Heba Gowried, a sociology professor at CUNY, noted that Mamdani's refusal to compromise on Palestine was integral to the energy and success of his campaign. Jewish Voice for Peace Action, an anti-Zionist group, supported Mamdani from the outset, emphasizing that his politics were rooted in upholding the humanity of all people, including Palestinians. According to Beth Miller, political director of JVP Action, Cuomo's strategy of highlighting Mamdani's views on the Middle East backfired, as the Democratic base has shifted away from unconditional support for Israel, especially given the ongoing violence in Gaza. A Pew Research Center survey in April found that 69% of Democratic respondents had an unfavorable view of Israel. Because New York is overwhelmingly Democratic, Mamdani is now a strong favorite to win the general election in November. His rise from just 1% in the polls in February to securing the nomination illustrates a dramatic shift in the political landscape. Progressive supporters hope Mamdani's victory will signal a broader shift in U.S. politics, countering the influence of pro-Israel groups such as AIPAC, which has spent heavily in recent years to defeat critics of Israel. "We are finally seeing a turning point," said Andrabi, who argues that support for Israel is no longer good politics for Democrats. Mamdani's victory not only confirms the growing strength of progressive left, but also marks an important moment for pro-Palestinian advocacy in mainstream American politics.